On first down, it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Fields. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw on target to James. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Play fake, now Fields to throw. Steps away to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second down. It's Montgomery. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attacked them early.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Fields. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Play action. It's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd and 2, Goff. He's got his target, Chris Conley.
If you were me,
Touchdown,
you'd do this too.
Detroit. Chris Conley, 81 yards. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Off play action. Here's Goff. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The field's going to get this to Montgomery. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. On 1st down, it's gone. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. A give, this is Montgomery. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Montgomery back to the ground. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's got some space here. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Killing Nwangu. 76 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Again, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mon going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On play action, Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 1st down, Montgomery. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Robinson's got it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the
himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 45 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they go play action here. Mon. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Mond.
Flushed out right. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap. Fields got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And off comes to Montgomery. And he's brought down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jesse James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nwangu. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mond now off of play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Mon looks to throw. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cohen. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 50, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone and the frustration. Team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. 76 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They try again with Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it, because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Fields throw pulled in by Robinson here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And it's caught. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Looks like he'll throw here. Past the 20. And in for the Lions touchdown. Kenny Mwangu. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st down, Fields. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off the play fake. Fields rolling to his left. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And that'll be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Santos' kick is up and through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mond. He's going to take another shot here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.